Hi, I'm Michael Grabs, and this is What's New in CargoWise. This month, we're looking at all things compliance, in particular, the three fundamental questions that freight forwarders must answer for every shipment. What is being shipped? Who are you dealing with? And where is it going? Though these questions may seem simple, the answers have become increasingly complex in today's regulatory landscape, which is why we're excited to introduce ComplianceWise, a powerful new feature in CargoWise that gives you a single view of your compliance risks for every shipment. Let's take a closer look. The what of compliance addresses a fundamental yet increasingly intricate question. What goods are you shipping and what are the requirements for those goods? While it might seem straightforward, accurately identifying and classifying cargo is as complex as it is critical. Classifying freight by harmonized codes determines what duties, taxes, and trade restrictions apply to specific goods. Misclassifications can lead to compliance violations and legal penalties. For instance, military and dual-use items are regulated under the Wassenaar Agreement. Failure to comply with these controls can lead to significant risks to global security. This is where ComplianceWise becomes a game changer. In the commodities section, you'll find everything you need to assess and manage compliance risk, starting with the harmonized codes for the goods in each shipment. When the system identifies a potential compliance risk, it triggers a flag in the harmonized code column. This might include regulations related to export bans, licensing requirements, or import restrictions in the destination country. Native integration to BorderWise enhances this by delivering tailored regulatory content specific to your shipment. This includes detailed compliance alerts that gives users the relevant context they need to make expedited decisions, helping ensure that any goods subject to military, dual use, or other trade controls are flagged for attention. The Compliance Assessment section provides a granular view of each item's risk status. Here users can record notes, document decisions about whether to block or release certain goods, and make sure that the right actions are taken based on the risk profile of each item. Any updates or changes to the overall compliance risk status of the shipment are automatically logged, creating a thorough audit trail available under the Logs tab for easy reference. For freight forwarders handling sensitive or restricted goods, such as chemicals, technology with potential military applications, or endangered species, ComplianceWise simplifies compliance with complex regulatory frameworks, helping you ensure the correct permits and licenses are in place before shipping, so you avoid costly missteps like misclassifications or overlook export and import controls. International sanctions have grown increasingly complex, with governments worldwide imposing restrictions on individuals, companies, and countries involved in prohibited activities. With heightened regulatory scrutiny, the need for accurate, real-time verification is critical. Even unintentional associations with sanctioned entities can result in severe penalties, delayed shipments, or the seizure of goods. It's essential to ensure all the people and entities involved in your shipments are not listed on government-sanctioned lists or the complex 50% ownership rules. ComplianceWise simplifies this process by displaying all the relevant parties involved in a shipment, including consignor, consignee, carrier, vessel, and more, in the Party section. Each party's denied party screening status is clearly shown, along with the overall compliance risk level. The system flags any risks tied to these entities involved, making it easy to check no sanctioned parties are actually part of your shipment. By integrating the denied party screening summary tool directly into the job interface, ComplianceWise allows users to run a quick and comprehensive screening with just a few clicks. This functionality not only helps ensure that you stay compliant, but also helps safeguard the integrity of your operations. Proactive screening means you avoid complications that can damage your business relationships and lead to costly disruptions. The where component of compliance refers to the countries involved in your shipment and the specific regulations that apply to those locations. Countries and regions have their own set of rules for imports and exports, and failing to comply with these local regulations can lead to heavy legal and financial consequences. Many countries maintain embargoes and sanctions, especially on goods bound for regions of geopolitical conflict or countries involved in prohibited activities. Governments and organizations like the UN Security Council regularly update their sanction lists, and it is critical for these logistic providers to stay up to date with these changes. Violating embargoes, even inadvertently, can result in significant fines, shipping delays, or even the seizure of goods. But government sanctions aren't the only restrictions. Logistic providers themselves often impose additional controls on where goods can be sent. For instance, shipments to regions considered at high risk of transshipment or on-forwarding to sanctioned destinations may require internal approval. Even when a government hasn't imposed sanctions, internal company policies may add extra layers of scrutiny, requiring enhanced due diligence for specific destinations. ComplianceWise gives you complete visibility into the where of your shipment through its locations section. This functionality highlights the countries or regions involved, with real-time screening against countries you deem to be high risk. When a country has been screened and flagged by you, the location data points on a job will be checked against the countries you have flagged. Any matches will hold the job, making it easy for your team to respond swiftly. Today's regulatory environment demands a proactive and integrated approach to managing compliance risks. Freight forwarders must evolve from viewing compliance as a peripheral concern to recognizing it as a central element of their operational strategy. By centralizing your compliance risk management and ensuring thorough audit readiness, you can turn compliance from a potential liability into a driver of business excellence and resilience. Get in touch with us today and find out how ComplianceWise can safeguard your operations, protect your reputation, and help you succeed in an increasingly regulated world. This has been another episode of What's New in CargoWise. I'm Michael Grabs. Thank you so much for joining us, and I will see you next time.